Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Rogers, and this is the Amateur Fishing Project. This morning is the 5th day of January. Typically a very cold period of the year everywhere in our country. But by comparison, down here in Northeast Texas, the high today is supposed to be in the low 60s, whereas some other parts of our country are experiencing blizzard conditions. So it is possible to get out and fish at this time of the year in this part of the country. Now today I've selected a warm water lake, Lake Welsh, to come explore for the very first time because I've heard good things about it. And being a warm water lake, the fish stay active year-round. Now I'm sitting here close to the boat ramp looking at my graph, and the water temperature is now almost 71 degrees. And by comparison, I was out on a different lake 2 days ago that is similar in size to this one, and at that lake the water temperature early in the morning was in the low 50s. So the water temperature here is almost 20 degrees warmer than it was in a conventional lake. And like I said, here in warm water the bass will stay active longer. This is my first trip out here. I don't really know what to expect. I've talked to some other fishermen this morning. They all seem very positive about the day. So I'm going to use my standard baits that I use to explore new water with: a rattle trap, a spinner bait, a 10-inch worm, and a swim bait. And I'll show those to you as the morning progresses. But as you can see, it's very foggy out here, so I'm just going to start fishing here in this cove right by the boat ramp until I can see a little better than I can see right now, because like I said, I have no idea where I'm going on this lake, so I don't want to head out too quickly and run into trouble. So safety first. I'm just going to start fishing here and see what happens. Oh, there's a fish. There you go. All right. First fish in the morning at a little after 8:30. That fish has some fight in it. All right. Okay. Hooked it on the outside of the mouth, nothing but trailer hook. So that fish obviously swiped at it and didn't get it solid. So I got him with trailer hook, which is, you know, one of the reasons why I always run a trailer hook on my spinner baits, because fish will swipe at it, and sometimes that trailer hook is all they get. But that's a pretty little bass. First Lake Welsh bass. All right, buddy. Thank you for that. Thank you for being my first on this lake. Look at that pretty fish. All right. All right. Good sign. Good sign. Okay, looking at my GPS here, this is where I launched right here. I went up into this cove first, and then I'm just working my way around this point, and I caught that fish right here on this point, just outside of the boat ramp. So I'm going to continue fishing my way north and like I said, just explore this lake. I caught that fish on a spinner bait, but I will be switching lures up over the course of the day and sharing that with you as the day progresses. Okay, there's a fish. All right. There we go. All right, there's another little Lake Welsh bass. Come here, bud. All right. So, let me get this fish unhooked here, and I'll tell y'all what I did. All right, so as I was pointing out on my GPS, I headed back up here to the north end of the lake. I did find a very large grass flat. This whole area here is just one large grass flat. And so I started working this 4-inch swim bait just over the top of this grass in about 5 feet of water. The grass comes up about 3 feet off the bottom. And that was the first little fish I pulled out of this grass bed. So I'm going to continue doing what I just started and see if I can't pick up a few more and give y'all a few more tips in the process. So let's put this pretty little fish back. There you go. And we're going to see if we can't catch a couple more on this pattern. There's a fish. There you go. All right. It's a little nicer fish too. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, no monster, but it's a pretty fish. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right. Yeah, okay, so maybe that clear water was making it look bigger than it actually is. But that's my Alright, that's my second fish here in about 5 minutes. Fishing over this grass flat. Still fishing the 4.5-inch swim bait. I'm going to keep doing this, see if I can use this pattern to pick up a few more fish. But third fish of the morning so far. Let's put this little thing back and see if we can catch a few more. Oh, there's a little fish. All right, same pattern. Come here, buddy. All right, same pattern. Just working this 4-inch swim bait over this grass bed here. Picked up another little fish. That's number 4 for the day. There's a fish. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. All right. All right. So obviously I caught that fish on the 4.5-inch swim bait there. Another little bass. I've been trying, my rattle trap, my spinner bait, and this little swim bait is the only thing other than that first fish that I caught on the spinner bait. Every other fish is been caught on this 4-inch swim bait. And you know, that's number 5 right there. And I've just been moving back and forth over this grass flat, and caught 4 out of my 5 fish this morning on that on this swim bait back here on this grass flat. There you go. There's a fish. All right, that one hit the rattle trap. Oh, that's a good, feels like a good fish. That feels like a good fish there. But it's fighting like a catfish, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's fighting like a catfish. Or it's snagged. Could be snagged. Could be on the outside of the mouth. Put grass off of there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let me get you. Treble hooks with bare fingers is a recipe for disaster. Let me grab my pliers. There you go. All right, so our little fish has got some eggs on it. It's a little female. So I caught that fish on a red rattle trap. Now, if you had noticed, I had been throwing a chrome blue back, which is a natural shad pattern for this part of the country. But I hadn't had any hits on it, so I switched over to this red rattle trap, which is a tried and true color here in Texas in the springtime. And that was my 3rd cast with this color, and this little fish just nailed it. So let me put this little fish back in the water. This is number 6. And let me see if I can't catch a couple more. There you go. All right. There's a fish. All right, about the same size as the rest of them. Nice little fight there to it. All right. Okay, that one might be a little bigger. Might be just a little bit bigger than some of the others I've caught. Come here. Come here for me. Okay. Yeah, well, they're all about the same size, but I have caught smaller today. That fish wanted it. Okay. Nice fish. Nice fish. All right, that's number 7. That was another one on the 4-inch swim bait. I did take a lunch break here just recently, and just picked my rod back up, and that was probably about the 6th or 7th cast I've made since I picked it back up, which is a good sign that they're still biting. Again, I'm up on the north end of the lake on a large grass flat. And the water temperature here is 65 degrees. A little cooler than it was down closer to the power plant, which makes perfect sense. But the fish have seemed to be holding in this grass. There you go, buddy. And as long as I'm catching them, I'm going to keep casting. Ah, there's a fish. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a better fish right there. That's my best of the day right there. Heck yeah. That's definitely my best of the day. Come here, buddy. Look at this beautiful fish. Come here. All right. Yeah, that's a chunky fish right there. Okay, so one thing that, one of the reasons I decided to come out here to Lake Welsh, you know, I mentioned that I wanted to learn the lake because it is new water for me. But I was reading on the Texas Parks and Wildlife site, look how thick that fish is right there, that last year the state of Texas stocked a large number of Lone Star bass in this lake. Now, for those of you not familiar with Lone Star bass, those are the bass that are developed through the state of Texas Share a Lunker program. And in that program, you can donate a 13 plus pound bass to the state of Texas for their breeding program. And the state of Texas will give you a free mount if you do that. And then all of the fish that are produced through this breeding program from the Share a Lunkers are called Lone Star bass. And like I said, last year the state of Texas stocked a large number of Lone Star bass in this lake. So they were just fingerlings when they put in this lake, but here in 2 to 3 years they're going to be 3 to 5 pound bass. And this right here, this is a thick, healthy fish right here. This fish is going to grow up to be 5 pounds probably within the next 2 years for sure. So thank you for that, buddy. I hope I get an opportunity to catch you again 2 years from now. And that was number 8 for the day. Another one on this 4-inch swim bait. Now, as I've mentioned, I'm not sponsored by any lure manufacturer, so I don't mind telling you. This is a Z-Man Diesel Minnow. This is one of my favorite, if not my very favorite swim bait right here. And I've got this on a 1/4 ounce jig head. And I'm not doing anything special with the retrieve. I'm just throwing it out there and working it right over the top of this grass bed. I'm in about 6 feet of water. The grass is growing up to about 3 feet off the bottom. So I'm working that 3-foot column in between the surface and the top of the grass. And that's where I've been picking up all my fish so far. And again, that was number 8. So I'm closing in on double digits here. I don't want to jinx myself. It's been overcast all day, but as you can see, the clouds are now breaking up. It's a little bit afternoon now, and I'm just going to keep casting this area for a while, and hopefully be able to move into double digits before I go explore another part of the lake. All right, there's a fish. All right. There we go. Good fighting that fish. That might be a good one. That might be a good one right there. Oh, that might be a good one. Oh, look at that. Definitely my best of the day. Okay, my battery ran out right when right when I was landing this pretty fish here. Alright, so that's my best of the day so far, and that's number 10 on the day. So for an amateur, anytime you can hit double digits as an amateur, you feel like you're having a good day. And it's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I'm going to keep fishing and see what this day ends up like. I'm going to go ahead and keep this fish in the live well. If I catch another one nice like this, I'll take a picture with them both. If not, I'll get a picture with this one a little later on. But that's a beautiful fish right there. All right. There you go. There's a fish. That one hit the white spinnerbait. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come here, buddy. Okay. Got that one with both hooks. Okay, that's number 11. Another pretty little fish. What I heard about this lake is it's not a big fish lake, it's a numbers lake. And so far that has proven to be the case. Haven't caught any monsters, but like I said, that's number 11, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I decided that I'm just going to stay here and fish this grass bed the rest of my trip. I'm going to leave here in about 2 hours. That's really not enough time to explore. So I'm just going to stay on this grass bed and try to pick up as many fish as I can while I have daylight. So thank you for that little fish. There's another fish. Another fish on the white spinnerbait. Oh, that feels like a good fish there. I don't know if it's full of grass or if that's as good as it feels. Oh, that was a nice fish. That was a nice fish. Oh, that was a nice fish. All right, there's a fish. It doesn't feel like a huge fish, but it's still a fish. All right. All right. Whoa. Okay, come here, buddy. Let's see what you got here. Come here. I got you. Okay. Oh, you wanted that one, didn't you? You sure did. Okay. Alright, another little fish. Like I said, this is a numbers lake, not a size lake. That's number 12 caught. Plus I've lost a couple more. So, again, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and the same pattern's still paying off. That's been paying off since about 11 o'clock this morning. Nice little fish. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right. So that fish came on the 4-inch swim bait. And I'm just sticking with the same pattern that's been working for me, just working back and forth along this grass bed, casting with the wind. Now that is one factor I haven't talked about today. The wind has been significant. It's been constant 10 plus miles an hour with gusts up into the 20s. So boat control has been a factor at times. But here on this smaller reservoir, it's made it easier to control the boat than it would have been if I had been out on a larger lake like Lake Fork or Lake Tawakoni. That would have been rough today. But here you can see at least I have a little shelter from the wind from this tree line and this point right here. So it doesn't hit me with its full force like it would if I was on a larger lake. And I've been able to obviously maneuver the boat well enough to catch some fish. And, you know, if given a choice, I would rather have this wind than no wind at all, any day of the week. Oh, there's fish. All right, come here. That feels like a decent fish. That feels like a decent fish. Oh yeah. Come here. If I can get this fish in the boat, we'll take a picture. Come here. Oh yeah. Yes sir, we'll take a picture with that one. There you go. That's a pretty fish. We'll take a picture with that one and that other one that I caught a little while ago. All right, everybody, it's a little after 4 in the afternoon now, and I am bringing this fishing trip to a close. I've had a good day out here. I didn't do as much exploring as I had anticipated doing, but once I found a pattern of fish and started putting fish on the boat consistently, I just couldn't move away from that. I was having too much fun. Again, I was fishing over a grass bed in about 6 feet of water. The grass was about 3 feet deep, so I had about a 3-foot column of water in between the surface and the grass that I was just working my lures through, just fast enough to keep them over the top of the grass. And the fish were in that grass, and they'd come out and grab my lure when it came by. The majority of my fish came on either that 4-inch swim bait or that white spinner bait. I did catch a fish on a rattle trap, so I probably could have picked up a few more if I had stuck with it, but you know, I was just having fun, which is one of the points of fishing. So again, I hope that what I've shared with you here this afternoon will help some of you put a few more fish on the boat. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you have, please hit the like button for me, because hitting the like button is just a little something that you can do to help me continue sharing this with as many people as possible. And if you'd like to follow the Amateur Fishing Project, you can hit the subscribe button. And that way, you won't miss out on any of the videos that I have upcoming. So until I have the opportunity to share this with you again, wherever you may be, stay safe and have fun.